is high noon on April 7, 2011, and the Thursday edition of the Daily Journal is upon the streets. Mike Fry here with Nicole and Nicole, we have a neat story on page 1 today and also on our education page about these exercise balls used by students at Nola Vassar School in Bourbonnais, particularly third grade students. They relieve stress, they're fun, they help the kids focus. It's a wildly successful thing going on over there at Vassar.
Yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. I was trying to think about if I would have been more or less distracted, but I guess it would burn some energy while you're sitting there, so you would focus more.
What it reminds me of is a conflict I've had almost all my life. I'm a firm believer it's okay to play with ball in the house, okay? Especially in the winter. Where else are you going to play? It's too cold outside. But my grandmother, my mother, and my wife have not been too keen on this idea, so we've had kind of this internal struggle all these years. But after all these years, I'm still a believer in playing ball in the house.
Yeah, but isn't there a lot of broken things if you're playing ball in the
Well,
house?
there has been some things that have been destroyed, yes, particularly in my boyhood home, where there were a lot of boys to play ball in the house. 6 to be exact.
I guess they are just material things, but still, that's got to get expensive.
I suppose it does. Well, right this time of year now, it's okay to go play ball outside. The weather has warmed up, and Michelle Gannon is going to let us know more.
Today we have a high of 60, a low of 45, and some morning rain. Tomorrow a high of 61, a low of 49, some showers in the morning again. Saturday 77 and 60 with a chance of thunderstorms. But Sunday it's going to be 82, windy and a chance of rain. Back to the guys in the newsroom.
Mike, we're back. It's Thursday. It's a Mike's mailbag day. And Tim from Okina wants to know who's the most famous person you've interviewed, but I have a feeling it's going to be people.
Yes, and thanks for asking, Tim. In fact, Tim from McQueen is right over my shoulder right now. He asked the question because today is John Oates' 62nd birthday, him of the Hall & Oates music group fame. Yes, I've interviewed John Oates. Some other famous people I've interviewed is former presidential candidate John Kerry and another former presidential candidate / civil rights leader, Jesse Jackson. In fact, the time I interviewed Jesse Jackson, we got up on this bus to interview me and a couple other people from the media, and Jesse says, bring on the sharks." Was it sharks? Something along those lines. The vultures, yes, Chris Breach, thanks for coming in there. Bring on the vultures. I kind of considered it a compliment. I wasn't angry at all. But after we got done interviewing him, I stood around for a few minutes and interviewed him separately. So those will probably be the most famous people.
All right, some pretty good ones. John Oates, I'm impressed because
I've got a voice message from John Oates on his phone to this day. I'll play it for you later.
All right, as soon as we wrap up, I think we're going to have to listen to it.
Sounds good. So let's wrap up so we can listen to John Oates. You can subscribe to the Daily Journal by calling 815-937-3322. You can also pick it up on the newsstands. And so until tomorrow.
Stay informed and listen to some Hall & Oates.
I'd like Robert to sit on the couch and I'd say,